Here live at the time in New York City, 140 Conf. We're taking a look at the real-time internet and its effect on life and people and everything else.
The important thing is, even as we live in this world, and you are in this world, to understand where it fits. It's here, it's not going away, but it's not taking over the world. I don't want to throw water on anybody's fire. It is like every other new piece of media. It's a new way we talk, it's a new way we connect, but it's got to live and play well with the other children.
One of the things that most companies need to realize is that these are now the ways in which people want to engage with the company, if they want to engage with the company. That's all you'd like to be able to do. In many ways, when you're working with a company like a J&J or some others, you'd like to be able to Twitter like a real person at times. And you try to, but obviously there's some limitations in where you can talk and where you can't, and where your personal voice changes with your business voice.
What's happening in every other industry around the world is systemic change. That the world's different now, and those companies who understand that are adapting to these platforms and they're working with words that come to mind. None of them have really positive connotations, but they come from the roots of opportunity, fear, greed, and disruption. Whenever a technology change happens, it happens and then you have to deal with it. So if you're fearful of it, you may shy away from it, but it's a missed opportunity. If you are greedy about it, means you may see that opportunity. And of course the disruption itself changes maybe the way we do business.
We have learned a ton over the past number of months, but what I'll say is we learn every single day. And we learn micro things and we learn macro things. We learn times of day.
We can get on Twitter and answer questions in real time. We can also find out if folks in California are having problems that are different than folks in Texas. It's real-time connectivity. But for us, it's a way to provide them with direct services.
There's a lot of limitations in terms of what we can and can't do based upon the regulatory environment for the pharmaceutical industry and for the medical device industry, both of which J&J has operations in. So the idea of actually being on Twitter or blog has been a really difficult thing for us to get our heads around.
Even in highly regulated fields, and that there are actually creative folks who work in regulatory agencies who are trying to affect positive change.
What we've been having to do is try to re-educate or to try to educate management, the legal staff, and others to understand that the risks of engaging and the risks of actually being able to communicate in a real, open way, a human way, kind of are not as damaging or as not as problematic as not engaging, which actually causes more problems.
Healthcare companies that think that all they need is a website and email addresses to their employees are missing out, because there will be some innovation that happens, and certain organizations that get it will be way ahead of others. And those healthcare organizations that do not understand the impact of the real-time web on their business and on their industries today and the future will maybe forever disadvantaged against everyone else who does.